Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. I want to bring you a couple different stories. We're going to talk about this issue going on with Sydney in Sydney, Australia. Trains canceled due to industrial dispute, but union insists workers aren't on strike. Now, it's a very interesting title, and we're going to dig into it just a little bit, and then I'm going to talk about the DC convoy, the trucker convoy that's starting in a couple days. Got some information about that. But to say that the world is under stress is saying it very lightly. Things are happening. This is absolutely incredible. And I'm going to give you a little information I've got about the planet Pluto. Okay, so stick around for that. An interesting little tidbit. All right. It says right here the trains are canceled on Monday, tomorrow. It says Sydney's transportation network was thrown into chaos on Monday morning after an industrial dispute between the rail workers union and New South Wales government. Saw staff across the network locked out and trains stopped. The train services were disrupted across the city, including routes connecting Sydney to the Blue Mountains, the South Coast, and Newcastle. Buses were put on to replace some services, but commuters were told to allow for extra travel time. So to say this is probably going to throw a wrench in the system is an understatement, but look at this. This is very, very interesting. There are already stories of people, I don't even know, Dominic Pirettelet, whatever you say, claims the union and labor coordinated the rail shutdown. So very, very interesting. There's already claims being made and probably insults being thrown across, and that's in Sydney. So there's obviously stress there, and we know that Australia has gone through so many wild times in the last year, to say the least. And to all of the Ninja Nation subscribers out there, the Economic Ninja subscribers in Sydney or in Australia, thank you so much for your support, and I totally feel for what you guys are going through. Now, we're going to move to the DC deal right now, and this is out of the New York Post. Capitol fence is already going up ahead of the president's State of the Union as truckers plan the DC protests. Now, this is really interesting. We're already seeing, hey, look at that, the birds. The fencing going up. It's being reinstalled around Capitol grounds as part of ramped up security ahead of President Joe Biden's State of the Union address, given the potential threat of a truck convoy protest similar to those in Canada, a new report says. So as you can see, the fences are already going up. There's pictures of like concertina wire going up and all that kind of stuff. And I got to be honest with you, it is very concerning to me because I believe that there are people out there that would want to do harm to make this protest, people standing up for their rights, wanting to air their views, that they would want to do harm against them. And I want to tell people, be very cautious, be very this is a wild time, guys. Things are happening so fast, it's insane. And to say that this isn't going to add stress into not only the supply chain but the markets, this is absolutely unbelievable. And we're still getting to that Pluto thing. Now, the People's Convoy, and I'm going to link all these stories below so you guys can take a look at it. The People's Convoy to protest COVID-19 mandates will begin in Adelanto Stadium. Now, it was originally reported that it was going to be starting in Barstow, California, but that has actually changed. And it says right here, the coast-to-coast People's Convoy of semi-trucks drivers protesting the government's COVID-19 mandates will begin in Adelanto, California, and not Barstow. It says on Saturday, the People's Convoy organizers announced a noon, February 22, staging time for truckers at the stadium, followed by a public send-off rally there at 10 a.m. on the 23rd. There's no mention of starting the convoy in Barstow. What's going to be really interesting is to see how many trucks show up at the starting point. If there's a lot of trucks starting at the starting point, you can only get an idea of what it's going to be like once these trucks get to Washington and pick up even more supporters on the way there. Now, a little interesting tidbit about the planet Pluto, which they don't even know is a planet or a star or whatever. All these cycles happen. I've been talking about cycles in the on this channel for a year and a half since I started this channel. Everything is a cycle, and Pluto has one of the longest cycles of when it comes completely fully around to where it was, the exact degree of its tilt and all that stuff. And it's coming fully around and completing a perfect cycle on this coming Tuesday, February 22nd, 2022, or what they call Tuesday, TWOS day. All twos. A little interesting tidbit of information there is that the last time when this cycle started of Pluto, it started on the day the Declaration of Independence was signed in America. Let's sit on that one for a second and think about all of these cycles and how they're converging. This is absolutely an amazing time to be alive. Guys, I think big things are coming, and some are going to be scary, some are going to be exciting. But I can guarantee you one thing. If you are prepared, you will not be scared. Thank you so much for the time. I wanted to bring you these news articles so you guys have them in your hand to take a look. The Economic Ninja is out.